Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, guys, to a brand new episode of
We Everywhere, baby!
I'm your host.
Oh, sorry, they were excited.
I forgot we had a live studio audience.
They were excited.
Totally forgot
They're
about
too
those
excited.
guys. Yeah.
I know, continue.
I am your host, Nadia, and joined... guys, please. please. Hold your applause. And joining me as always is Oh Marvelous.
Hi, guys. No love.
Oh, man. Well, I must say, shall we do a little, on this week's episode of The World Sucks?
We should. I mean, that could be every episode.
Right? Every episode. This is why the world sucks right now. We have the Taliban taking over Afghanistan. People are mobbing planes. They don't even care how many people are on the planes just to escape. Like, literally, that plane could have crashed. That was crazy.
I saw one video where I think the pilot's talking to ground control or whatever, or air traffic control, and he's like, yeah, I have 800 and something people on my plane. Yeah. And he's like, his response was, good job getting off the ground.
Yeah, I heard, you're right. I heard that.
Like, congratulations.
Yep. How scary is that?
That's insane.
Insane. Those poor people, you know? And then we have good old Yeehaw, Texas coming through with this abortion law.
What is going on?
What is happening? Okay. Now we have abortions are banned after 6 weeks. Insane. Most women don't even know they're pregnant till 4 to 8 weeks afterwards. So riddle me that.
Batman. But wait a minute. Illegal what? Like incarceration? Like or illegal like
it's like a witch hunt to the point where like anybody who knows about it or is affiliated with it, whether it's the doctor, the staff, the freaking Uber driver that takes you to the hospital, if the Uber driver knows that he's taking you to go get an illegal abortion, he can be subject to, I don't know if it's jail time or whatever, but some sort of penalty. And then
wait, can the Uber drivers select that do not talk, like no conversation on their part? Because sometimes when you book a ride, you can say if you want it hot or cold or no conversation.
But it's like, how are they going to know? Like, truly.
I'm just saying because Uber drivers be talkative. So
no one is going to get into an Uber and say, hey, I'm on the way to go get an abortion.
Fair enough.
Who the hell is going to share that? And even if they do, the freaking Uber driver can just claim he didn't know. Like, that's just so wild to me. And then
that's ridiculous.
It's a witch hunt because now they're saying I think it was like 10 grand they'll give you for turning people in to report it. Yeah. So
wait a minute. I could be like, hey, such and such is getting an abortion right now at this address, and they'll give me money.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's what I was hearing about.
That's ridiculous.
So it's just, and then of course we have lovely Hurricane Ida to just round it all out. She's destroying poor New Orleans and Louisiana, now heading over to New York as we speak, literally. I mean, by the time people hear this, she'll already have come through, but
it's wow. It's crazy. Something like that is very devastating, obviously, you know what I mean? And it's like, it really beat up Louisiana.
Yeah, again.
So, much love to anybody out there in Louisiana who might listen to us, who has family in Louisiana. Like we have friends who have property and family and all that out there. And it's a tough look. It's a tough look. No, but it's crazy. Like if you want to, if you guys want to donate or anything, there's a lot of cool, like groups that do that. You can look them up if you'd like. I'll give you a couple that I know. You got the Greater New Orleans Foundation. You've got United Way, AmeriCares, and then there's like the Cajun Navy Relief. I'll just like the name of that one. It's just a group of volunteers who basically take their boats and go through the flooded areas.
Oh.
Yeah, they just called them that after Katrina because it's just a bunch of people who have boats who can like maneuver the way through there, help people. And then there's another one called Imagine Waterworks, which is local to them. It's also like queer, native, Creole, like it's a super progressive group, and they do a lot of good work too. So yeah, just definitely if you guys can, donate. They need some help right now.
Man. Oh, and then also I just remembered there's a bunch of military service dogs that were abandoned also in Afghanistan that they couldn't remove. So they're just chilling in their crates.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just chilling. I mean, supposedly they're getting fed and water because there's a bunch of empty bottles around them, but it's just like, are they being let out to go to the bathroom? I mean, it's just, anyways, guys,
yeah,
we just started this episode. It's just so damn heavy out there. And I know everyone is feeling it. It's just the weight of the world is on us right now. And we're still dealing with COVID. We still have this Delta variant. And it's just people are arguing to get vaccinated or not get vaccinated. And it's just, there's just so much heaviness going on in the world. So sorry to start the show off like that, but we keep the real around here and we ever a baby land. So we just had to address it on this week's episode of The World Sucks.
You forgot I had that one.
I did. It was perfect.
Look, I'll transition on your on that last thing you said about COVID. Did you hear about this woman that was charged with going to Hawaii with a fake?
Yes, because she spelled Moderna wrong.
She spelled it. If you guys, if no one's heard about this story, I know you have, but just to recap it, her name is Chloe Mrazak or whatever. She's 24, and she skipped the quarantine and all that, and she flashed a fake card at the airport in Honolulu. And literally, they looked at it and they're like, "Come on, you got to learn how to spell. If you're gonna be a good counterfeiter."
It was so funny because Darla sent me and Nas that, and she said, "What did she say?" Because she always spells everything wrong, and she goes, "This would be me if I tried to do this."
Yeah, and it's just that one letter, M-O-D. She put M-A-D. And
what an idiot! Like, no. Oh yeah, so but you guys don't come here for that old BS. You guys come here to escape the world's problems.
Right. And the world is and even at the really local level, people are creating their own problems. Like people that were jumping on milk crates.
Oh my God. Wait, okay, so why did that even begin?
I think it just started on TikTok.
Like just somebody just posted it and then it turned into a viral challenge. Just
like how anything happens. And before you know it, people were just
I can't
breaking their back.
I cannot. Yeah, I saw the meme. You ever seen that meme with that big black guy who's rubbing his hands together and like licking his lips behind the tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like chiropractors be like looking at the the great challenge like.
Yeah, no, people were busting their ass. And some people, did a good job, but the majority of people were busting their ass.
I saw a girl with heels do it. She actually did all the way. She didn't fall. But she kept her center of gravity real low. Her knees were bent and she was like taking it real slow. But she did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
That's so stupid.
I'm not going to do that.
That is so stupid. It's like, do we have to lock up those now too? I still want to, you go to the store and the Tide Pods are still behind the freaking, the glass.
I don't even know where all these crates came from.
Right.
Who has all these crates just laying around?
Behind Vaughn's.
Yeah, you didn't see the one that they were like, oh, they're leaving a bunch of crates in the hood so people will hurt themselves, like when they were leaving bricks everywhere.
Oh,
remember
yeah,
that where
yeah,
people
yeah,
were
yeah.
just finding pallets of bricks, like just
During
in a
the
corner?
riot times?
Yeah. So they were talking about how that was the new thing, so
Oh
that
my
people
God.
kill themselves.
Here, let's keep it busy now.
But I mean,
Freaking ridiculous.
it's speaking of breaking bones.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear about that roller coaster in Japan that had to get shut down because it was literally breaking people's, but like it was just
What? No.
Yeah. And it's called like the Super Death Coaster. Like it has that name. Like
Oh my God.
yeah.
It's at an amusement park, I'm assuming.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's
not just a freestanding roller coaster.
It's it's just that local roller coaster
Down the street.
Down the street.
$20 to ride.
Like some fair, like
Yeah.
just a fair. No, it's the traveling coaster. It's so fast that it hits 112 miles an hour
Damn.
in 1.5 seconds.
Wow.
Okay, so, or what the company calls super death acceleration.
How are they allowed to even make that allow people to ride it? Do they have to sign a disclaimer?
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
But the problem is that it seems to be that okay, like Montezuma's Revenge, like anything that just takes off immediately, your head gets slammed back.
Right.
If you're not ready for it,
Right.
If you're not, I like to push my head
Superman,
like
all that. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not ready for it,
Yeah.
that can.
You can get whiplash and slam your head. Whatever.
And it's not like legs, and it's been all neck injuries.
Oh, okay. No big deal.
But no, I'm saying
it's not like you're breaking your leg. It's just your
I
neck.
meant because when I said it was breaking people's bones, it could have been more severe. Like people are
more
walking out of there with a shattered pelvis.
More severe than your neck.
I'm really not selling. You're
Who needs those neck bones anyways?
You're looking down at your phone anyway. What you need to look up for? I don't even need my neck bones.
Wow, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
No, I did not hear about that. Let's tell Dustin. Do you think he'll write it? Tell us about it.
Not now.
We'll make him our on-site reporter in Japan. Anything crazy in Japan, Dustin, you have to check it out and report back to us.
We do. Maybe we should make that a segment where he calls in and he just gives us the breakdown on what's going on in Japan.
I like it.
How hard it is to get weed out there. If there's anything he's missing.
Yeah, we should. Dustin's one of our friends, and he. I know he's listening. What up, Dustin?
What's up, dude?
He FaceTimes Omar. He lives in Japan with his girlfriend Asako, and we've known them that when they lived here, and then they moved over to Japan because Sako's from Japan. Wait, she's from Japan, right? I don't want to make any assumptions. Okay, so she's all pissed. I'm Korean. I'm sorry. No, I mean Asako sounds very Japanese, so that was a good assumption. So anyways, they live over there, and he FaceTimes Omar for like 4 or 5 hours. You guys just sit there and talk and talk and talk about all kinds of shit. I can't even imagine that you guys don't even run out of things to talk about. So this could be a good job for him.
Well, look, I'll tell you this. We like a lot of the same stuff.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? So, and it's cool because he's in Japan. So if I have any other questions about Japan, like just like I'm talking about, like this segment, like, hey, because I've been there, so there's stuff, like I can talk to him about that.
Yeah.
And then plus he gives me a lot of good recommendations for stuff that I've missed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he actually just texted me to watch something, and I haven't gotten to it yet. But
yeah, and it's cool. And she also, recommends stuff as well. So it's cool. It's just like having a, just like friends who are a couple and they happen to, give us like really good recommendations.
So he sent me, it says Pen 15 trailer comedy TV series. You heard of it?
I have heard of this show. It's called Pen 15. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Have you ever joined the Pen 15 club?
What the heck is that?
I would kill to have a marker or
Wait a
pen
minute.
of some
Is this
kind right now.
I know what this is.
Damn it.
This is one of those gag things.
This is such a missed opportunity.
I know what this is. I'm not playing with you right now. I'm not doing this.
I'm so sad.
Fine, you can film. You can film me after during the pen challenge, and we'll post it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna volunteer.
All right, perfect.
Because I know you're gonna make me look stupid. But anyways, he sent me that and said, "I thought you might like this show. We love it." So you know about it, but do you know the show?
No.
Okay, so
I've seen.
that's something
I don't
we
know.
can
I don't know
add
if
to our...
it's. I don't know what trailer, what season it's on, but I know it's been out for a while.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Yeah, it's a 2019 that he sent me.
Yeah, so I am aware. Like, I have a visual of like two main characters,
Mhm.
but I don't know anything about the show
Got it.
other than I
Well-
think they are adults as teenagers with everybody else as teenagers. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like they're playing teenagers, but
But
they're,
they're
adults. But all the other people in school
and nobody knows that they're adults.
No, because they're supposed to be teenagers.
They're undercover.
No. They are just teenagers. Like
But they're adults.
Jamae. Or,
Oh, okay. Like Josie
like-
Grossi.
Yeah. No, because Josie Grossi was a person going undercover.
Right.
This is just
Okay.
them as that.
Got
Like
it.
Jonah from Tonga.
Got
or-
it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes. I love those.
Okay, yeah. So,
Got it. They're playing teenagers.
yes.
I got it, guys, okay? Well, anyways, I'm going to add that to the watch list. Thank you, Dustin, for that suggestion. We did get a couple more suggestions that I wrote on a list
Mhm.
that we still have yet to come across. If I could only find that list.
Well, here's what we were thinking about doing. We were thinking about getting recommendations from our listeners to stuff that you guys think is really cool to watch, which we have gotten from the beginning. But now we decided to actually put them on a list, and then we'll be able to, check them off and talk specifically, and let, give props if we like it, or
or be like,
talk
what the
shit
hell
if
were
we
you
don't.
thinking?
So
This show was hot garbage. We'll let you know.
So you might get praises, you might get hated on. No, I'm just playing.
Dang.
No, imagine if we just we're like, you're a horrible judge of.
What were you thinking sending us this?
Why would you waste our time with this?
Do you even like us? Oh my god. But yeah, that's cool. We got a couple on the list. I won't say what they are until we get to them, but know that all suggestions are welcome and we will get to them. But in other news, let's talk about what we actually did watch. I watched a few things. What?
Did you want to talk about what we watched or what we did this week?
Well, I mean, I was already on the subject of what we watched, but if you want to reroute me.
No, it's cool. It's just because of how you have it written. You have it written down like an outline. And then when you jump, I want to make sure that you don't later get mad because you went out of order. That's all. That's all. Go for it.
They're listening to the cracks in our relationship.
Oh, no. Listen to them. They're falling apart. They're not going to make it.
Anyways, moving on to what I originally said. So I was hounding Omar to watch Val because I really wanted to watch the Val documentary. And it's just called Val, and it is a documentary about Val Kilmer, the actor.
On Amazon Prime.
And I mean, if you are a longtime listener of our show, you will know that Omar and I are obsessed with Willow. And one of the main characters in Willow is Val Kilmer, who plays Mad Mortigan, and just kills that role. That's one of my favorite Val Kilmer roles ever.
He's the greatest swordsman that ever lived.
Truly. Like, whoa. Yeah. So anyways, this trailer pops up, or flipping through. Trailer pops up and it's showing him basically with like a trach in his throat talking. And I didn't even know, I had no idea that he was going through that or that any of that had happened. So I was already immediately like, what the hell? And then it goes on to show that he has filmed and recorded footage throughout his entire career. And even before then, like when he was younger and stuff, and just working with all kinds of different actors and different movie sets. And, he just has so much content that he puts into this documentary. So it's really cool to see all of those throwback scenes. And he's hanging out with, Kevin Bacon and, all these like other actors that are super young. Yeah.
The Tom Cruise part was pretty fun.
Right, exactly.
Top Gun.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So that was cool. The nostalgia of all that, to be able to see his private videos of that was really cool. And then you also see his journey as an actor and as an individual, and what he has to deal with, I think it was what he got, like, I forgot now. It was throat cancer.
It was
and
throat
then
cancer.
It was the chemo that kind of really messed up his throat to the point where he had to put a trach in to talk. And I don't know if that's something that can change over time. I don't remember how permanent that was.
I've never heard of anyone
being able to
coming
develop
back from that.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough to give you a definitive answer on it.
Yeah.
I know that
it was just really sad to see that.
Well, okay, I'll save it for when we're done talking about the documentary. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but nonetheless, it was a really good documentary. It was really sad, but also, just I really enjoyed it. I like him as an actor, and the thing about Val Kilmer is, regardless of whether you think he's a good actor or not, like, the guy puts it all out there. Like, he really commits to his roles, which I love, and he's fun to watch.
Yeah, no, he's amazing, and it's cool because there's a lot of movies that I don't consider Val Kilmer movies,
right?
That he
is in,
crushes it,
right.
You know what I mean? Like Heat for one, definitely Tombstone,
which we just watched, also.
Yeah, was it Ghost in the Darkness? Like,
yeah,
even like I said, Tom Cruise.
Love that movie.
Like Top Gun, I don't think of Top Gun as a Val Kilmer movie,
right?
You know what I mean? But they wouldn't be as good without him,
right? Yeah,
and yeah, it's sad. Like, there's definitely some sad part. It's not 100% sad. It's not a pain to watch. It sucks, but he's dealing with it in a pretty positive way. You know what I mean? He remains creative, which leads me to what I was saying, that I heard of a company, or I read something. I wish I had it up, but there's a company that makes, like, using AI can reconstruct your voice.
Wow.
So they basically compiled tons and tons of audio, kind of like that deep fake situation, where you see someone's face on some, but it's like the voice,
right?
But it has like intonations and stuff. So
and it mimics what your original voice sounded like.
Mimics, yeah. So the ad was somehow linked to, like, this company gave Val Kilmer his voice back or whatever. But the sound of it sounds a little young. You know what I mean? Because you gotta understand, like, he made a lot of stuff when he was younger.
Yeah,
but,
of course. So they just take all of his audio of his voice from, like, movies and whatever, and compile it to create just
his
like
voice. So I'm assuming, like I said, I'm assuming it's whatever he would type. So if he wanted to do anything.
Well, he can still talk.
Right. No, but it's his voice, like his voice. Because when he talks through,
The
through his
trach.
trach now, you could hear him. He's got to choose whether to breathe or talk. He's got, and it doesn't sound like him.
No, and it's
what I
so
mean?
sad to hear. Like, it was really physically making me uncomfortable. Like, I just felt like, it just was just so devastating to hear it, and it almost sounded painful. That was a tough one.
Yeah. It's a company called Sonantic. And it's here. I found audio of it. I hope it doesn't sound horrible. Sorry guys, but listen.
Capacity to be creative. We're all driven to share our deepest dreams and ideas with the world.
I mean,
When we think of the most talented creative people, they speak to us in a unique way.
that's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And all of that speech that you heard was computer generated.
Wow. That wasn't something he had already said.
Yeah, it's not something that he had to say or into a mic and then they did. No, it's all AI.
Wow.
So it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, hey, this is, if you wanted to, like, say, write poetry or, wanted to recite something or, you know what I mean? You could hear it at least in your own voice.
Right. But how does that work? Do you carry, like, is it a device that you carry and you type into and then it speaks out for you? Or
no, you got to think of it more of like voice Photoshop. You know what I mean? It would be like,
so it's not in person.
No, I don't think it would be instantaneous unless they could do something like, let's say,
because
a la Stephen Hawking.
Exactly.
But it's his own voice. But again, I don't have any of these answers. I just know that when I heard that audio clip, it was crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's pretty accurate.
Because think of all the other computer generated voices like Alexa or Siri or, you know what I mean? It still sounds robotic.
Yeah.
That sounds like Val Kilmer.
Yeah. Woo. That was crazy. As I'm yawning.
Yeah. That was so disrespectful.
Sorry. I'm tired. But yeah, we watched, we recently watched Tombstone, which I had never seen. And Omar was like, you gotta watch Tombstone. And now, because I don't really gravitate towards Westerns. Those are not really my jam.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just was like, yeah, Tombstone is a Western. I probably won't like it. But then I watched it and I thought it was great. I really did love it. Yeah. I would watch it again. And he kills it. Yeah.
And it's amazing because he's playing a guy who gets progressively, worse and worse. He's like deteriorating because he's sick.
He has tuberculosis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from coming in kind of like right in the beginning where he's gambling and, he's like super cocky or whatever.
Yeah.
To just like coughing up blood and being like very sickly, but still has like some of the best lines in that movie. His delivery is amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of his best.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But speaking of Westerns, right? So like, what is it that you think draws you away from Western? And I'm not sticking up for them. There are some good Westerns. I could name like 3 that I would recommend to people.
Okay.
Like Tombstone, the new 310 to Yuma. I really like.
Yeah, that's more of a newer one, so I'm cool with that.
And Unforgiven, I think is really good. And those are.
I don't know. I just would get.
Just like, I ain't trying to see no guy on a horse.
I just got bored. It was just always the same shit to me. It was like, all right, they're fighting for the land. They're shooting them up, and they're killing the Indians, and. Here we go again. They're getting drunk at the bar. There's the sheriff. It's just like always the same shit, But I'm down to There's the saloon gals with their titties out.
Oh, that is so funny. Why is that so funny to me? Oh my God.
Because it's true.
Have you seen Blazing Saddles?
Yes, a long time ago. And that I'm not mad at because that's a satire. So
That movie's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Like anything that's poking fun, I'm good with. But, and my dad really liked them.
I want to put that on a shirt. We everywhere, baby. There's the sheriff.
And there's the sheriff.
How could I capture just...
No one's going to understand that.
I don't care. Our listeners will know. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Imagine if our listeners just started sending us art. No, I would put that on a t-shirt. I would put like listener submitted art on a t-shirt or something. That'd be cool. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so that's my deal with Westerns.
Fair enough.
Western bacon cheeseburgers.
I like those. You know what else we watched?
Mm-hmm.
We watched Candyman.
We did.
Candyman. No,
Candyman.
Hey.
Oh, you're scared?
I'm scared. No, you have to be looking into him in a mirror.
I know, exactly. That's why I wasn't.
But I don't know how many other people saw it, but it was the number one movie.
Yes.
At the box office.
And directed by a black woman, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But what was I going to say? Oh, this was our first time going to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Since before COVID.
Absolutely. It was our
So that was kind of a big deal.
It was our first time. And the movie could have been better.
I mean, yeah. But, I'm not mad at... When you go to the AMC dine-in, it's nice. Because you get to lay down on those recliners. And they got cocktails if you want.
Except they had no... It's like, come to this theater where we bring you, your drinks and stuff. And then they were just like, no, we're not bringing you anything right now. You have to go get it yourself.
Well, because, at first I was annoyed so they changed the policy. Before, you would sit down and then the waiters would come to you and ask you if you wanted anything. And I could have sworn that there was a button that you would press. But maybe I'm tripping. I thought that there was.
I was looking for it too.
Same.
And then
maybe we just thought there was.
Because I ended up basically touching everything. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Did you sanitize?
Well, yeah, because when we went outside, remember we went outside?
You just fondled
but
the
I was like
seat.
touching everything. It was so ridiculous. Because I'm like, I know there's a fucking button here.
There's a secret button.
And I'm touching the side. Like,
Gross.
I'm hoping that...
That's disgusting.
I will say this, nothing felt sticky, nothing felt gross. So, AMC, you're probably cleaning all the chairs.
Okay,
and
let's
everything.
hope.
But I was literally, when we walked out of there, I was like,
sick. But either way, before you used to sit down, they would come to you, take your order. The menus were there on the seat. You would place your order. They would come and deliver it to you. Right. Now, when you get there, which is even more reason why you should probably come early, you are supposed to get in line at the bar area or I almost said concierge, the concession. I was like, it's some CON word. The concession stand. And you place your order there, and then you give them your seat number, and then they come and deliver it to you when it's ready. Here's why I like that better now that I think about it. Because at first I was really annoyed. I was like, I got to wait in line and shit. Blah, blah, blah. It's better because you can order before, hopefully if you get there on time, you order it before the movie starts, and you just go sit down and they just bring it to you, and they don't really disturb the movie. When you're sitting there watching a movie and they come over and talk to you and you're like, oh yeah, can I get some nachos? What are on the nachos? Can I get the jalapenos on the side? Is it real cheese or fake cheese? You're just like, and then it's like, then you're like, what did I miss? I missed the whole entire scene trying to order these damn nachos, and people are like, shh, it's just like a whole thing. So I'm actually okay with the new system.
A large soda, but light ice. No. Like not a lot of ice.
Like a quarter of the way.
I don't know. Do you have a cup? I'll show you. Go
you don't have Diet Coke. Do you have Coke Zero?
Pepsi. No, I don't want no fucking Pepsi. Whoever asked for Diet Pepsi when they want Diet Coke?
Nobody likes Diet Pepsi.
Stop offering me fucking Diet Pepsi if I ask for Diet Coke.
Exactly.
It's not the same fucking thing. It's not the same thing.
It's not the
Stop
same thing.
offering that shit.
It's sweeter and it's flatter.
It doesn't taste good.
I'm dead.
Anyway, what? Who's Candyman? What the fuck?
Where are their bees? What did I miss? It's, yeah. You feel me though? Like, you get where I'm going with this? Do you see my point?
No, I do. I see that.
Are you in agreement?
Yeah, I have that. I kind of wish you could do that at, well, I don't know. I haven't been to a comedy club since then. But that was always kind of my,
Yeah.
I hate that shit at comedy clubs.
I thought you ordered your drinks before.
Nah. At least, no.
Damn,
never.
we haven't been to a comedy club in a minute.
Right. And
I'd
I mean,
like to go to one.
I think maybe the last time we went to one, there was no service. It was like, you could just grab like some beers.
Yeah.
But the majority of the large rooms, there's a wait staff and they come and they ask you what you want. And
Yeah.
that shit's kind of annoying.
That's true.
I don't like that.
Because I went to the Improv in Irvine back in the day with my parents, and I do remember that now that I think about it. Yeah. I don't like that either. But,
Anyway.
whatever.
But what did you think of the movie?
Okay, so I had wanted to watch Candyman, the original, before we went to go see the new one.
Right.
But we didn't have time, so we just went and watched it. And so I didn't really have too much of a reference point to it. You kind of gave me a quick background on it. But I like how it was shot. It was just kind of like, it was okay.
Okay.
It was good, but not incredible.
So I'll say this. They do give you a recap of who Candyman is
Yes.
in the movie.
Yes.
So you don't necessarily have to have seen
No.
Candyman 1. If you did see the 80s Candyman, because this is a sequel.
Right.
Like it's a sequel. So if you
It's not a
I'll
remake.
just call it Candyman 1.
Yeah.
If you've seen the first Candyman, you will recognize,
Certain
some
characters.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
some stuff will pop off. Because
Right.
we can't really give anything away, but you'll be like, oh cool, I remember that.
Right.
But they do give you a rundown.
Right.
I will say though that it's not really the story from the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the story that they give of the lady, that's
Right.
in reference to the first one,
Right.
and the baby and the
Yeah.
fire and all that. That's all, but they kind of rewrote the story, which was weird. But
I mean, yeah, I wasn't mad at it. It was a modern version, and I did like the way that I liked how the kills went down. I don't know if I should. I'm like, where do I tell too much and where do I don't?
well, I mean,
but
the Candyman kills people with a hook,
right.
so the way that the kills go down are really good.
Yeah, and I like that you couldn't see him. They would do a lot of like, what's the word when it's like not conspicuous, but like, like a shot. They would show it from far away, and you could see her like floating and dragging across, and you knew that he was like hooking her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I understand what
very
you're talking about.
that kind of thing. It wasn't always directly in your face. So if you really are into that, because I feel like it was gory, but not. Was it?
It's interesting. Okay,
There were certain parts that
Look,
were gory.
yeah.
It wasn't consistently gory.
Speaking of the good stuff, as far as what we wanted, because we're the ones talking about it. It was shot. It was shot really well.
Right.
The acting is really good.
Acting was great.
The kills and the gore stuff is also very good. For me, basing it on the fact that I did have knowledge of the first movie, I did not like it as much as the first movie, but
Right.
then you also have to compete with nostalgia. But a lot of it, honestly, doesn't kind of make sense. But there's things
Right.
that the characters do in the movie that really threw me off. Like, you know what I mean? It again, I don't know how much to talk about it, but one of the characters gets an injury, and you're like, why hasn't this guy gone to the doctor to look at it?
Oh,
You
right.
know, or
right,
you know,
right,
just
right.
something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was just like,
Logic is thrown
it's
out.
throwing me off.
Yeah.
Like, because it sounds really petty, like of a thing, but when you watch it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. When it comes to the gore that we like, I feel like there wasn't enough of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like this.
Like there was blood, there was
Yeah.
bloody scenes, but it wasn't in your face directly. Like here's the kill, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I felt like as a horror movie, it was more like it
was on the softer side,
violent thriller.
Yeah, I
know what I
agree.
mean?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah,
but still wasn't bad. I did not think it was bad.
I wasn't mad that I saw it. I'm definitely not hating on it.
Yeah,
I'm just, you know, it's complete. It's got some things that I just didn't understand. Man, I wish we could just talk about some of the stuff makes no sense. Anyway,
it's all good. But guys, check it out. Let us know what you think. If you like the original one better, or if you liked the more modern, updated version, let us know. Let's see. I think that's for the most part, right? The majority of what we watched. Is there anything I'm missing that we watched?
Yeah, no, nothing really that bears.
Those are the main things that we watched.
Yeah.
But as far as, you know, the things that we did, we had, you know, it is Virgo season. So also, mind you, let me follow that up with, we went to the movies for Ms. Darla Dean's birthday. So my dear friend Darla, it was her birthday, that day. And, you know, we couldn't really figure out what to do or what she wanted to do. And she was like, you know what, let's just go see a movie. I haven't seen a movie in a long time. Like we were going to maybe make a movie night in Naz's backyard, but it kind of ended up being too much work. So we were like, screw it. Let's just go to the movies. And it ended up being really fun. So shout out to Ms. Darla Dean. Happy birthday. Another fellow Virgo. I say fellow like it's like I'm a Virgo.
Like
why do I say
that? It's her fellow.
You're her fellow. Darla's fellow. We have Jesusia himself. Jesus, Jesus Hair on Instagram. Hair god extraordinaire with the luscious mane. It was his birthday on I'm going to mess it up because I don't remember if it was the 23rd or the 24th. But either way, we celebrated his birthday this past weekend with a small gathering of friends at his house. And by friends, I mean a whole glam squad with a whole gaggle of gay glam squad gods and Omar.
And me.
And Omar. And of course, our bartender that we got from, what was the site?
I don't know.
Hot LA bartender. What was it? Now I'm going to forget. It was so funny. I got to find it. Darla sent me, we were looking for a bartender. And Darla sent me this site and I'll find it. It was like hotbartender.com or lahotbartender.com or something like that. And it's
that's where you got him.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like such a direct website. And we booked him like super last minute. He shows up. He could tell he's like, you know, not to be mean and judgmental, but this is truly what he looked like. He looked like a washed up actor who's seen his day. He was very tan, very tan, and he had that bouffant. His hair was blown out, very large. And the only reason I'm kind of talking
like,
shit,
like Johnny Bravo.
yeah, exactly, is because this dude got drunk. He totally got drunk, and he was like kind of mean.
Yeah,
like he had like an attitude.
Yeah, he started. It was so weird because when we were getting texts like, where are you,
yeah, he's just like, where are you? I'm like, we're coming, we're on our way. He's like, it's okay, bartender is hot daddy vibes.
So somehow I was like, okay, what is this guy gonna look like, right?
Yeah.
And I figured it was a young guy or something.
Yeah.
But it was the daddy thing that I was like, well, I don't know. Are you using daddy as like an older man?
Yeah,
thing,
daddy's
daddy
older.
It's just like a thing. And we get there and it's just this dude, right? And he's like, all right, what's up? And I was like, okay, guy, like, nice hair. And he made me my first drink and it was cool. And then I did see that progressively, like later and later, I would ask for another one. And he was like,
like an attitude.
I was like, bro, this is why you're here.
He didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
He did not want to be there.
You
And
think he didn't like all the gay dudes?
maybe. It just felt like, why am I still doing this job? Like, I hate my life.
Yeah,
That's what it felt like. And he goes, so then, right when the party was just kind of starting, and when I say party, there was literally like 10 of us. Like, it was like such an intimate gathering, but Jesus was like, I want to have a bartender. And honestly, it was nice to have somebody there to just make drinks. And I will say he did make really good drinks. I'll give him that. He made really good drinks. So, I walked down there and at this point, the lights are still kind of on. And I go to ask him for a drink and I'm talking to him. And then somebody's like trying to figure out the light situation. So they keep turning the lights off and on because they're trying to figure out which lights to leave on and which ones to turn off.
Yeah, set the mood.
Yeah, exactly. And so the lights are going off and on. And every time this guy is talking to me, he pauses for when the lights flicker, like he's getting annoyed. Like he's like, yeah, so I mean, do you want a margarita or... And then he like pauses and like is like looking in that direction, like all irritated. And I'm like, okay. And then finally he just like turns to his side and like speaks to nobody, just open to the open air. And he's like, can you please stop doing that? And I was like, whoa, what is happening? Like this guy is snapping. Like, if you're going to tell me you're prone to seizures because of flashing lights, then I can understand. But like, calm down, man.
When the dude walked past the little like dining room area, you could see his spray tan.
Oh no.
Like I was like, man.
His spray tan was so bad. It was like opaque. Like he was like deep brown. There was you couldn't see a pore in sight. It was just shellacked. Matte brown.
Matt Brown.
It was bad. It was really bad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I saw, I didn't want to say who I saw, but there was another celebrity, quote unquote celebrity that I've come in contact with that had the same spray tan. And her last name rhymes with Kardashian. And that's all I'll say about that. Literally, they go to the same spray tan person.
Oh, that's too funny.
But yeah, so we had a good time. Shout out to Jesus. Love you so much. He's, a dear, amazing friend of mine. I've known him for many years, and he is just an amazing hairstylist, and he's killing it in the game. I mean, his clientele is the best, the top of the top. So proud of him. And happy birthday to all the Virgos. Next up is Nas. Her birthday's coming up next week. So
yeah,
we're gonna be doing
that's gonna
some.
be fun.
She loves her birthday. So the countdown is on. Ash, I remember Ash one time, he posted for Nas and he was like, Ash is her brother, my cousin, and he was like, there's no one else I know in this world that loves their birthday more than you, Nas. So funny. So yeah, so she's up next. Again, Virgo season. So shout outs to all you Virgos. You guys are my second favorite sign besides Aries.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I didn't even say Libra, which you are.
Yeah, but
I know more Virgos.
But I think it means that I don't care, right?
You don't care.
The Libra part, I'm like, hey, I don't care. Whatever.
And you're like one of the only Libras I really like, so.
Esteemed company.
Not too
here.
many, I love me my Virgos and my Aries. We balance each other out. Also we went to so we got invited to an event that was thrown by the Social Standard, which is a company who basically links up influencers, podcasters, whoever, with brands. So I get this random email that's like, hey, want to come to this event? And I'm like, I have no idea who's inviting me, how they got my information, but absolutely.
Yeah.
And I forwarded it to you because it was hosted by them, but also thrown in conjunction with Calidad Beer and Haha Tequila. And it was literally down the street from our house, which was an even bigger plus. It was hosted at the June Hotel, which is close to LAX.
Well, so, it was funny because you sent me that email. You were like, you want to go?
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
Like, I don't know.
And I read it and it was like, hey, and it wasn't a long event.
Right.
You know,
it was 2 hours.
Yeah. And I was like, this basically sounds like drinks after work.
Yeah.
And I'm totally down.
Happy hour.
Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was a good time.
Yeah,
margaritas were good.
Time.
And if you guys haven't had, this is not a sponsor. If you haven't had Calidad beer, give it a try. It's pretty good.
It is
it's
really
like a
good.
yellow can.
And honestly, the tequila was really good too because we were there. We walked in, right?
We were being assaulted by shots.
Yeah. And the waiter, they had a guy, I think he was working, I want to say he's working with the social standard. He's walking around with a plate of shots.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're hot. You have to take one. He like forces me to take shots. And I'm like, okay. So I take the shot and he keeps coming back and he's like, oh, there's only 2 left. That means you guys have to have them. Literally got us trashed.
We're like, stop coming over here, man. I was like, you're killing me.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a cool event. Nice to get out. And if you guys haven't been, the June Hotel, which is like formerly the Custom, formerly, I can't remember what else, but that hotel is forever changing their name. So right now it's called the June Hotel, but that pool area, they have a lower pool area. And then above the pool area, they have a restaurant bar area with like little cabanas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The ambiance there, it's super cute. It's like all nudes. It's very tropical. It's a really cool place to go if you just want to grab a drink and a cocktail and an appetizer, whatever. It's a really cute little vibe and it's small and doesn't really get too crowded, which is kind of cool. We should totally go there more often.
Yeah, I mean,
we need to make that our little spot.
It is right.
It's really close,
right up the street. I mean,
yeah, it's a vibe in there. We went there one time for Naz's birthday. Actually, the birthday she had right when COVID was kind of like that in 2020, her last birthday. We went there, and we just got a table and had a drink, and it was cool. The drinks are good there too. But yeah, that was fun. So thank you to the Social Standard for hooking us up with that.
And remember, we went to go eat immediately afterwards.
Oh, we did.
We were like, you know what? Let's go get some food.
Yeah.
And we went to a spot that's, again, right there close to LAX, in the city of Westchester. It's called Alejo's. Mm-hmm. And it's an Italian spot. And it's good food. But we went in there and one of the items on their menu, like their appetizer, is essentially a mozzarella stick, right?
Yeah.
But it's a square. So I don't know how big
it's just a block of mozzarella deep fried.
Breaded, deep fried, and it comes with a ton of mozzarella on top.
Yeah.
And that thing was amazing.
Yeah, it
was so good. But then on the side, while you're, as they're just, here's bread. It's not bread and butter. It's not bread and olive oil and balsamic. It's a, what would you call it? Like a ramekin of fresh garlic.
Chopped up garlic.
Chopped up minced garlic and oil.
It's so bomb. We ate so much bread and mozzarella that we didn't even get to pasta. We were like, we had plans to order pasta and share pasta. We were like, we'll take the chopped salad. So, and honestly, that was a good choice because that whole combo was perfect. Yeah. And that chopped salad was bomb.
We didn't have any pasta.
We didn't have any pasta.
And I've been there before. So, I'll take you back and we'll have some actual pasta.
Is it good there?
It's good. But honestly, I think that for what we needed that night,
it did the job.
It did the job without having to do the pasta. I think if we would have done the pasta,
it would have been torture.
Just like a bad night.
Holding our stomachs.
Somebody actually commented on, because I posted that cheese pull that we had from the mozzarella, and they were saying how you know, that how you probably attacked it, even though you're lactose.
About me? Yeah, I for sure did. Are you kidding? Cheese for life. I'll never give it up. Never gonna give you up. Yeah. I'll pull back on cheese, but I'm never gonna stop. I can't. I just have a love affair with cheese. But with that being said, that pretty much sums up our week. And I would like to say thank you guys for being patient. Omar and I have been, you know, not falling off the wagon a bit, but, you know, life has been hitting us. And
we're raging drunks now.
We've been, you know, trying to handle certain things. And so apologies if some of the episodes are not coming in a timely manner. We did just hop on board with Couch Quickies all over again. So we will be having a brand new Couch Quickie coming to you next Tuesday. So that's something to look forward to. Again, if you guys have any amazing Couch Quickie topic suggestions that you can throw our way, we would greatly appreciate it, because as you can imagine, it starts to become very difficult to come up with new ideas of like, what the hell else are we going to talk about? We still haven't done hot dogs.
Oh, that's right.
We're going to do hot dogs.
That's got to be the 100th Couch Quickie will be hot dogs.
Yeah. And
I'm not doing anything pumpkin spiced, by the way. I know everybody's excited. It's like, oh, okay, it's pumpkin. All of a sudden, it's pumpkin spice
what
season.
What kind of Libra are you?
Pumpkin spice is not amazing. Everybody's like, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's amazing.
It's gross.
It's amazing.
No,
I'm a basic bitch. It's amazing. I don't give a damn. Pumpkin spice me up. I want it in my candles. I want it in my coffee. I want it in my bread. I want it in my...
Look, as long as... Okay. Not in a candle, though.
Oh, my God. It's so good in a candle.
No. You can buy all the products you want to eat or drink or whatever. That's all good. But come on, not a candle.
It's so sad. I'm sad. I'm sad about this. I bought a vanilla spice candle one time, you guys, and he just was like, this is disgusting. I only like vanilla. No spice.
All right.
But, okay, one last thing before we close out. Guys, we are approaching our 1-year anniversary. Can you believe it? We made it. We survived 1 year. Thanks so much to everyone for listening. That 1 year is going to be next week. And we've been talking about... Omar looking at me with his brow. Are you sure it's next week?
I'm just looking at the calendar.
I'm damn near positive our 1 year is next week.
Yeah, it is.
See?
Awesome.
How dare you doubt me. We have been... throwing it out there that we wanted to do another Zoom party at some point. And so what better a reason, what better a time than to have a Zoom party to celebrate our 1 year anniversary with all of you guys for tuning in and listening to our voices for an entire year of your lives. So we will let you know ASAP. We're kind of deciding whether it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday of next week. We will let you know. We'll post about it. If you guys are interested in joining our Zoom, we had a great time last time. We played games. We got to meet all of you, and we look forward to doing it again. So we'll post about it, and you guys can DM us, and we'll send you the code, and you guys can join it, and we'll have a good time. So that is all for now.
Thank you so much for listening. Again, as always, we really, like Nadia said, we really, really do appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, definitely for leaving us ratings, reviews, and if you guys are watching the YouTube channel, we're doing our best. Like Nadia said, after Nadia got COVID, we just fell into what could only be described as some kind of a depression. Yeah. And we are way better and out of that now. So we are
until we get COVID again.
Until I get it, it's my turn.
Yeah,
and then we'll be miserable again. Because it is still out there. So definitely take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. All that wonderful stuff. Wear your masks. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
We everywhere, baby.